All right. Like I said, there's a lot happening in this story. So, JD from New York, the AEW locker room's going after him again. It all started from a end of year awards. So, Sports Illustrated, they put out their end of year awards. So, everybody at the end of the year, they put out their awards. ESPN does it. Busted Open just had their little live stream that does it. Now we needed that context because this goes into what the story becomes for JD. He reacts to this list on his social media. He says Sports Illustrated Pro Wrestling Year End Awards for 2025, bought and paid for by Tony Khan. So blatantly a counter to AEW using the platform to peddle their bullshit against WWE and ESPN. Now anyone believes the slop they put for the article is beyond me. It reads like a press release cosplaying as journalism. There's no analysts, no balance, just agenda dressed up as credibility. So that's what he initially said. So you got to remember that part where it said bought and paid by Tony Khan. That was the set off point that everybody's going to take offense to here. Because John Alba, who is with the takedown, so part of the group who did this list, he responds to Mr. JD and he says,
7 voters. Everyone covers everything. Point system for voting. All write-ins and not given options. It was about as fair of a process as possible. So was it bought by TKO last year when WWE nearly swept the awards? Conspiracy theories are cool until they're not, man.
there you go. So JD says they're bought by Tony Khan. So they had 7 different voters. So 7 different people said EO was performer of the year, runner up, of course.
7 different people said Naomi was the heel turn of the year.
7 different people. Yes. Next up, we have John Alba responding to JD from New York. And he
Well,
says,
Well, JD first said points, voters. Who gives a shit, John? The publication couldn't realize the difference between heel turn and heel run. Naomi's turn was better than John Cena. Opinion is opinion, but to claim anywhere that John Cena's heel turn didn't shake the industry on the night it happened to its core is preposterous. And this is coming from someone who loves Naomi's work. WWE having a down year does not automatically make the other company promotion of the year. Awards are supposed to be earned on performance, not granted by default. AEW's 2025 metrics across attendance, ratings, demo stability, live gates, and overall growth were objectively its weakest since its launch. If those numbers still qualify as promotion of the year, then the criteria itself is meaningless. Promotion of the year should reflect momentum, growth, audience demand, and 2025 AEW had none of those. This doesn't make WWE great. It just makes Sports Illustrated unserious. And
cooked.
then John Alba, I just can't imagine getting this angry over something so trivial. It's a fun look back at the year. It has no real life consequences on anything. Harboring this type of anger is so unhealthy.
So now he's just going to like, why are you mad, bro?
Yeah.
He got cooked and then he's like, why are you mad, bro? I mean, yeah, can't really defend it. He's trying to take the ground of, yeah, this is just like a fun little retrospective.
You had Evolution as runner up for one of your best shows. Shut up.
Like, there's no excuse for you. So we don't even stop there because then we have Dave Meltzer jumping in, who responds to John Alba, who's responding to JD, who's responding to John Alba.
Dave responded to the first reply from John.
Yeah, so now he's jumping in to, I guess, seemingly save John Alba from this. Now, remember, this is Dave Meltzer saying this now. The guy you're responding to isn't even hiding that he's a fraud. No normal person would react that way. I spent hours talking with someone who watches most everything on Sunday, and we both realized this is not going to be a good year for WWE after 2024 was. Won't be for New Japan either. Although they did have at least one guaranteed winner, and I guess WWE also has one. What are you even talking about? So yeah, basically he just jumped in to call JD a fraud. To which JD from New York responds, "Takes one to know one, right, Dave?" Cool sunglasses emoji, I guess.
Cool guy emoji.
Cool guy emoji. Calling someone a fraud while presenting yourself as an authority is fucking rich. This is the same publication that once wrote a wrestler had his brain removed and put back in. Forgive me if I don't take lectures about credibility, objectivity, and normal reactions seriously from people who confuse opinion with fact and then hide it behind influence when challenged. When criticism of an award is met with insults instead of answers, the award stops being analysis and it starts being dogma.
Ooh, JD's on a roll.
Yeah, he is definitely going in here. So that was just as they call it now, side quest. Because now we got to get back to John Alba because he's not done with Mr. Alba. He says,
Who on our staff has framed this authoritative? This is how our panel picked it. It's going to be different from other outlets. It's quite literally just shining light on accomplishments in the industry this year. To which JD says, John, publishing the year-end awards for a legacy outlet inherently frames them as authorities. If they're just one panel's opinion and not meant to carry weight, then criticism of the conclusions shouldn't be met with defensiveness or personal commentary. You can't downplay the authority of the platform after leaning on it. You don't get to invoke Sports Illustrated's brand and history to shine a light, then pretend it carries no authority when people question the results. Awards can be subjective and still reflect standards. The issue isn't that your panel differed, it's that the results required ignoring every major metric of the year to make sense.
I don't even know which one he's mad at now. He's basically using different points. So now I guess he's stuck on the promotion of the year. And again, really, it's all subjective. Like promotion of the year, yes, if you're judging it based off of actual metrics, then you don't need 7 voters. You just need to look at the numbers, and then that's your promotion of the year.
I think his
But if,
main thing is that he criticized the list. They're getting all bitchy about it. Just a fun list, bro. And he's like, motherfucker, you're representing Sports Illustrated. You're putting this out to the world as fact. And here I am, I'm criticizing it, and then you're being a bitch about it. So which is it? Is it your opinion or is it fact? And if it's opinion, then why are you leaning on Sports Illustrated?
because he can. I don't know what he does, but isn't he like a beat writer
I
or
don't know.
something? I don't know.
I have no idea who John Alba is.
Yeah, I guess it's fair criticism. And this all keeps going. And it's going to be Dax Harwood because he jumps in. He simply just posts a picture. Now, if you're just listening, the picture is of him in a shirt. The shirt says After Party and it is a cartoon character of JD outside a window looking into the people at the after party. And this dates back to the whole rumor or the lore of JD from New York trying to get into some AEW after party and they wouldn't let him in. And that was like his origin story of hating AEW. That turned him into the Joker, apparently.
I like how they made t-shirts about it.
Yeah. So
don't fuck with people that have ties to pro wrestling tees, I guess.
Yeah. Is JD from New York making royalties off that shirt though? I don't know. If it was me, I smell some NIL. Name, image, and likeness. And you're gonna pay me, bitch. So yeah, he posts a picture, and then to close out here, JD of course had to respond to that. And he says, this entire conversation was about credibility, metrics, and media accountability. Your contribution is a novelty shirt with a cartoon character of me that you had made with money out of your own pocket. I own approximately 0 Dax shirts. And this is dating back to your days as a mechanic. That's capitalized for some reason. I'm sure that's a reference to some old gimmick he had. That contrast says more than anything I could add. So there you go. And again, this goes on, but we're going to stop there. Maybe we should have stopped earlier, but I don't know.
Do you think he's taking it too seriously? Do you think he's just hating on AEW to hate AEW?
I do think he's taking it too seriously. But I mean, he does say that, this is a publication that's supposed to be taken seriously. So why are they getting mad that he's criticizing it? And I don't think they would have gotten mad had he not said what he initially said. Because remember, I said, remember that line? The whole thing about them being paid. Also, just like ESPN, when they put out their list, I don't think, I mean, maybe they do, but, I don't think WWE is just going to sweep the awards just because they're partnered with WWE. I mean, they gave their first show a C. So,
That's true.
and I believe that guy said that, just because they're partners, he can't lose his credibility as a journalist just to make his partners happy. Like, if he's going to be a journalist, he's got to be a journalist or whatever. So we'll see when the ESPN thing comes out. So I think had he not said the paid thing, wouldn't have gotten blown out of the proportion that it did. So again, what you're saying is right. You just got to find a better way to say it. I don't think he said anything about Dax though.
No, he didn't.
So
Dax just chimed in, just like Meltzer. He didn't say anything about Meltzer.
no, but it was enough to get Meltzer to jump in and call him a fraud. Don't worry, you're talking to a fraud there. Me, Meltzer saying that.
The choices that they picked, if you're going to put that out there, you should stand on it. And I think it's fair criticism, just like anything else.
We criticized the list. We didn't say, oh, paid shills of AEW. Tony Khan bought him out. No, the list sucks. You have Evolution as pay-per-view of the year. You lose credibility there. You lose credibility when you have Naomi as the heel turn of the year. When
And I think that was one of his first points. That was his first point. You have Naomi as the heel turn of the year. That's bullshit. Then he kind of went into the other stuff.
Yeah, but also some of it is they got to get their woman stuff in.
They don't have to. Not if it sucks.
Well, you do.
Then it needs to be a separate category.
Yes, it absolutely does. To my surprise, I didn't even realize it was a mixed award.
Yeah.
That anybody could have won. And now that calls into question more stuff. But yeah, that's the JD stuff. More people jumped in, like Captain Sean Dean, who's a pretty low level AEW guy. Like, I think he's on Ring of Honor. So he's barely on TV. Ricochet, of course, jumped in. I'm sure there's going to be more people jumping in soon. Dusty Rhodes will probably make an appearance at some point because every time there's a negative AEW thing, he's got to go out there and.
Dusty Rhodes?
Dustin Rhodes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I don't even remember Evolution happening.
I don't either. Right now, I couldn't even name one match that was on that card.
Liv Morgan and the Bella were supposed to wrestle.
And she got hurt. Like, yeah what match was on Evolution?
No
Is
clue.
it because after X amount of years, they did an all-women's pay-per-view again? Is that why we're glazing it? Obviously, that's why.
Women.
But yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I can't tell you one match.
Yeah, couldn't either.